Yo, what's up? Welcome to Teen Life. I'm your host Emmanuel Reese, and we are once again talking to Mr. Shabaka Ausar. Could you quickly reintroduce yourself for people who haven't seen the first episode?
My name is Shabaka Ausar. I'm an educator, filmmaker, just a media content producer, generally.
So, in this episode, we're going to be asking some questions about the pre-production of this new documentary. So, how much is COVID-19 affecting the pre-production of Young Black Male 2?
COVID-19 has affected not just the pre-production of this film, but society as a whole, from schools to businesses to government. Everyone's been affected by COVID-19's restriction on movement, social distancing, the closure of our public places like libraries and parks. So it definitely pushed our production back and really made us think about what's really important. And I think that this film is important. So we're going to slowly, hopefully, as the spring goes, things can kind of open up and we can come back into the community and really get this thing underway.
Do you have any films or documentaries that have inspired aspects of this documentary?
I definitely have a couple films, well, really 3 films, that really inspired me for production of Young Black Male 2. I would say first, the Hidden Color series by Tariq Nasheed. I love the fact that he did a lot of research and he was able to uncover hidden history that Africans from around the world contributed to society. So they're really impactful, and that really inspired me. And I like the fact that with every installment of Hidden Colors, he was able to step up his production. The later episodes, he started to use 3D animation, 3D graphics. So I'm really pleased with that particular production. The next film that I would say inspired me was Ava DuVernay's 13th. Very explosive film that deals with the 13th Amendment and how that basically was a legal way of turning incarcerated men into prisoners or slaves. I love how she used motion graphics. I like the fact that she used music. And I really appreciated the locations that she used to interview her guests that were on the documentary. Very powerful, very impactful, and she did some great research in that film. And then finally, just recently, I had the opportunity to watch a film by Ta-Nehisi Coates, Between the World and Me, which was a book that he wrote that filmmakers came together and turned it into a narrative film, like a documentary kind of combine a bunch of different genres, like documentary, kind of like film, animation, and motion graphics. I really like the brother words, how he articulates himself, and how they use his voice throughout the film to really keep your attention. It was really powerful, the fact that he's still affected by the death of a childhood friend and how he's been dealing with that throughout his life, and how that compares to young black males being killed by police officers in the recent past. So very impactful. He actually inspired me to really see that Young Black Male becomes the next big film in Rochester.
Is there a rough plan or timeline for the documentary now, or are you going to piece together once you have all the footage?
Yes. Originally, my timeline was to have the film released by the summer of 2021. We're in 2021 now. Because of COVID and the way things closed down for us, I'm thinking the fall of 2021. We'll probably shoot right up until the beginning of summer, early June, and then use July and August and September for post-production, and maybe late September we can release the film to the public.
Do you plan to use any special editing or animations in your movie, or will it be just pure footage?
I want to explore compositing, kind of I kind of like what Ava did with her film. I kind of like what Tasahini did, the filmmakers with that film, and how they use motion graphics and kind of like little narrative, like animated things. I want to explore that. Definitely compositing images and graphics using After Effects to see how I can make historical pieces move, like newspaper articles and TV clippings. So yeah, definitely. I want it to be, and plus, Young Black Male 2 is about young black male in the media. So I definitely want to show how media could be used to tell a story in 2021 and beyond.
We're going to take a quick PSA break. Please stay tuned for more questions and answers concerning the pre-production of Young Black Male 2.
What y'all want to do while we waiting the food?
I don't know. We could probably watch TV or
I
something.
don't know, but I got something for us to do.
You want to get high?
For real, I can just start this right now.
You really don't want to smoke?
Stop
No.
being whack. Your mom's upstairs not paying attention to us.
Y'all not finna pressure me to do anything I do not want to do. Did y'all know that 70% of kids only smoke because of peer pressure, and I'm not finna be one of them.
But it's only one time. You can always stop.
No, I don't
It's not
care.
that serious.
I don't care.
Sarah!
Throw that out. My mom
Ooh,
coming.
not the garbage.
Use your voice, make your choice.
For more information on this issue and other teen-related issues, please visit us at our website, www.myincontrol.com, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at myincontrol.
We are back from our break and back to asking more questions about the pre-production of Young Black Male 2. So, who's your target audience for this documentary, and what sorts of emotions do you plan to, invoke within them?
My target audience is pretty wide, I would think. I would want to have young people as young as 12 and adults up to 65. Or I think I want to make this film for everyone, from a 12-year-old or from a grandmother or grandfather, because I want to show how the impact of media affects everyone, no matter what age you are. And particularly, I really want to focus on the younger generation between 12 and 21, because this is young black male. So I'm kind of targeting the young folks because they're the ones who are pushing this whole thing with media and social media. So a wide range. But if I would have to pinpoint it, we definitely want to reach the young black males and females between the age of 12 and 21. But also, I want to be able to educate our mothers, fathers, and grandparents as well, who may not be so savvy with this new thing called media or social media.
Have you already reserved the places that you want to record in, or is that all going to be prepared later down the line?
Because of COVID, in the beginning, I was kind of stuck with sticking with shooting in my studio where we are now. But I was thinking, now that this vaccine is out, maybe we can explore other places. So I thought about maybe Rochester Community Television. I thought about shooting at maybe the public library. I thought about shooting at, there's a couple of restaurants out by Lake Ontario where you can see the water, where we probably can edit with some by the water. I thought about doing some stuff in the transit center at MLK Park, at most of some of the rec centers, because we want to try to interview young people. So we'll be moving around the city. But some of our adult interviews from some of our community leaders and professionals, I thought about the public library. I thought about maybe if we can get a coffee house, a local coffee house, maybe somewhere in the East End. There's a mansion downtown that has a great location in it that I hadn't had the chance to see. So I'm still kind of scouting as we go along. So we're gonna do stuff in the studio. I want to green screen some stuff and then do location shots around the city.
In the previous movie, some of the interviews were to fill in gaps left by the students' footage, while others were so you could get more perspective of the whole situation. So, do you plan to handle interviews in a different way, or will it be similar to last time?
I'm gonna have a different approach with Young Black Male too. Young Black Male #1, I kind of put the ball in the court of the young filmmakers, and I kind of like guided them and kind of assisted them in the direction of the film. #2, I'm taking more of a leadership role and see how youth can support with the movement of the film and take more of a leadership role, take more responsibility with this particular film, and try to give the students who work on the film a more professional experience with this version of Young Black Male 2.
Do you have any particular scene planned out or storyboarded that you think will be especially moving or powerful?
I think, far as story, well, there's a sequence that I want to do showing a number of the police shootings of young black males. And I want to find a creative way of compositing these things. I would love if we could make it into like a monster. Could we composite these shootings and kind of make it like this weird type of moving monster just to show the ugliness of the murders and how we became desensitized to violence, and every time we turn on our phones we're liable to see someone be abused by police or by others. So I thought about, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want to see how I can composite these shootings and make it something interesting. I also thought about some of the found footage that we're going to be using from other filmmakers that are DJs or filmmakers themselves, and how I can incorporate those clips in a creative way. I want to see how, since it's young black male in the media, how can we incorporate different forms of media? How can we introduce or transition between scenes? Maybe someone's looking at a cell phone of a scene that we superimpose ourselves into. Maybe someone's looking at a billboard that we green screen something and it's actually a moving image inside that space. I don't know. I think I definitely want to try to really experiment with the visuals as far as filmmaking with this particular film to make it, look different,
When should we expect pre-production to begin on the film?
Production should begin sometime in February. We're in February now, so I would say we probably start doing some of the major production in February, and we'll be shooting right up until from February to June.
Thank you for tuning in and watching another episode of Teen Life. If you want more episodes, please subscribe to the channel to stay notified and watch the latest episodes when they arrive. Thank you so much, Mr. Shabaka, for joining us again today. So, if the people at home want to contact you, how should they go about doing so?
You can reach me at oochatvision.com. On my website, you can check out the trailer from Young Black Male 2. You can see the film. You can check out the film Young Black Male 1, and also see some of the pictures from some of the screenings, and also some of the artwork, because we actually have young people draw their image of young black males. I have a number of those different drawings that you can check out on the website as well.
Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.